little live stream tricks, and I'm waiting for this to go. And as soon as that goes live, okay, so we're live. And so what we're going to do is jump into today's topic is how to make that video on your mobile phone. So we're going to start off with combining two pieces of that. One are the 5 basic shots, 6 shots, and then the action to get those, the pans, the different angles that I think will give you a more of a cinematic approach. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I can optimize that. Don't want that on there. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, just want to confirm. Does everybody see? The Kerbox Media Presents? Matt, we on there with my little picture here? Kim?
Looks good.
You can see it. Okay, good. So here we go. Live from this morning. Here we go. Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox. I'm just getting ready for our class today, and I thought if you're anything like me, you'd rather see it than hear about it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you some of the shot styles, and then we're going to show you basically 5 different rooms, how to go and put those together. We're going to start off with the front of the house, and so what you're going to see here is basically just plant yourself stable and do a very slow pan. The biggest problem I see, give it a second here. That's probably what happens with. Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox. I'm just getting ready for our class today, and I thought if you're anything like me, you'd rather see it than hear about it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you some of the shot styles, and then we're going to show you basically 5 different rooms, how to go and put those together. We're going to start off with the front of the house, and so what you're going to see here is basically just plant yourself stable and do a very slow pan. The biggest problem I see with most people is they go like this. Okay, so you've got a slow pan, and then the second type of shot would be walk as stable as you can, the duck walk, and then bring it down when you're done. The second shot and the reveal is really an important and a much more cinematic look. So once you've gotten the front, then you can basically come in the front door. You're going to look a little weird, especially if it's a caravan or an open house, but then come in and basically do kind of a half circle walk where you're getting the primary rooms. Okay, one of the things, I'm kind of adding this in, you're not going to generally walk into somebody's house with this, and basically what we're talking about today is how to put together a very quick property video with 5 or 6 clips. But if you have the luxury of having it being your listing, this is the tool I was talking about. It really is a game changer. So with this, you can actually have it set up so it will do a really nice kind of a reveal and a dynamic image. Another version of this is in the kitchen, and we talked a little bit about this. This roller gives you the ability to really get some great footage. This is a friend's house, so we're not able to, have it all set up, but the roller is a great piece to get a secondary clip. And the third shot coming into the house, a very critical piece, is the kitchen. So I still like to come in and do a kind of a reveal. In this particular case, I'm going to kind of zero in on the appliances and just get basically an overview of the kitchen. Okay, the next shot is, in this case, the living room. So you always want to be very careful about light. You would never shoot into the light in this particular case, but here with the light behind you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do, like, watch this, a slow reveal, and as I turn and move forward. I have actually 3 elements that really adds to it.
I want to stop there for a second and share a trick that I think can save you a lot of time and energy. When I'm doing a lot of these shots, it feels to me like it's going to be too shaky, right? And so many times I will stop and I'll try it again, or I'll erase it, and I'll basically take the wrong action based on what I'm thinking that it's going to be too shaky. The iPhone 13 in this case is extremely stable. Whether you're doing these different shots, or you're holding it out of a car, or you're flying down the street on the bike. I shoot frequently on my bike. So don't be scared and think that you are missing the stability, because you may end up throwing away a great piece of video. In this case, it turned out just fine for me, even though I was a little shaky.
A cinematic touch for the third room. So here's an example of shooting a master bedroom. If you have the opportunity, do not shoot a bunch of other rooms or bathrooms, but in the master bedroom, I recommend that you come in with a slight reveal. Now follow me in. What I'm doing is that as I'm panning to the left, I'm literally bringing it down. So I want to give it a little bit more of a cinematic look than just walking into the room. So if you're going to get the master bathroom, one of the ways that's great, and you got to watch out for the mirror and of course the light coming in, I like to start with a wide pan and just literally bring it right out of the master. And so now what we're going to do, we've gotten the key rooms, now we're going to go get the backyard. So up to now, we've got the front yard, given a little bit of perspective. We've come inside, we've looked at the living room, we've looked at the kitchen, we did a little bit of the dining room and the master. Now we want to pull it all together. In this particular case, as you can see, it's got a significant backyard, and to be able to capture the entire image, what I want to do is actually start as far back as I can, because that will make it look bigger, and then I just literally want to walk it as I'm turning and raising. Okay, we've got that. And then just because I'm here, I may want to try a different angle. I love the reveal of plants. So watch this. We may come here and slowly rise up while we move backwards, right? And this will give another dynamic image. So what we're trying to do today is put together 5 or 6 clips. We're going to put them in Imovie, and then we're going to show you how to remove the audio, add a little color and some music, and even voice it over.
So I just had someone put in the chat about a stabilizer. They make so many of them, and I would probably think that it's the most over-purchased product on the market. That's not to say they're not great. But for me, because I shoot a lot, and I shoot in a lot of public places, and when I have to go and put that stabilizer on, it changes the dynamic. Like, I could walk into Los Angeles International Airport with a phone, and I could walk through there, I could get all the shots I need, and it would be absolutely as stable as can be. The minute I put that stabilizer on there, then I'm under more scrutiny. And so for me, I'm comfortable. Check it out, try it. I literally have bought 3 stabilizers, and I can't say I've really ever used one for a complete video shoot. The stability that we have comes from the iPhone itself. And as you saw, on that little dolly, honestly has been a game changer for myself and my team. It's given us the ability to get really dynamic shots. I can put that on the floor and come up into a room. I can have it doing a circle around a big feature in the house. It can be you know, a very added, you know, powerful piece of the process. I also want to touch on it, and again, I really want to keep this so simple. This is video 101, and I don't want to forget. There are settings on your phone. If you have the iPhone 13, for example, you've got wide angle, which I think is 0.05, and you can set this up on your phone. Now, I'm going to be able to broadcast some of the stuff that we're doing, and from the phone itself, but it is probably as easy to just share some of these ideas. So we're gonna jump right in now, and we're gonna take a look at the second and third and fourth piece of this. The first one is get a piece of paper and write down your rooms. Walk through the house, right? Go get the front, go get the entrance, get the kitchen, maybe the living room, a master bedroom, the backyard. You want to get those primary shots. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to piece those together. What people have normally done is they've tried to walk through the whole freaking house, and they're real shaky, and it's really it's not a good event. The other part that is going to be a big part of this is adding and taking out the audio. So when you have somebody and when you're doing a video and you're trying to talk while you're walking, you know, you may not be as articulate as you are once you put those 5 rooms together in iMovie, pulled out all the audio, and then while you're editing it, you can pull it out. So I'm actually going to show you that. Let me stop this share. I'm going to go ahead and try and put the screen in. Hold on a second here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. So in a second, you should be seeing my iPhone. There you go. Okay, I'm kind of dual duty here of letting people in. So I'm going to take you right into iMovie. This is where I was. We'll use what I did this morning as an example. So when because I can't really talk to you guys, I would say that I hope that most of you know how to get into iMovie. If you don't, I'm just going to take a quick second here. So once you open iMovie, there it is, the star, then you hit the plus, and from the plus, you hit the movie, and then you can go and you can select your images. It's just that easy. So for example, I've got just a huge amount of content in here, but if I were to go in here and pick, you know, 5 or 6 clips, I can go and I can create a movie, and now I have all of those clips in there. And when I touch on one of the images, I can hit the button that's detach. So you see what happens when I hit it, it pulls the audio up, and then I hit the delete button in the bottom right. So now I have the clip, but I have no audio. So if I'm making a video, then I want to be able to detach and delete these particular clips. So I'm going to hit detach and delete. So now, for example, if I were going to make a video out of this, I would simply hit the plus sign. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually do a voiceover, and I'm going to do it in real time. Hey, good morning, it's Bill Kerbox, and we're here at Bass Pro Shop in Daytona Beach. What's so amazing about this is they have such a great fishing department. For more information, just click on the link. So now my video has this.
Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox, and we're here at Bass Pro Shop in Daytona Beach. What's so amazing about this is they have such a great fishing department. For more information, just click on the link.
Now, I didn't want to actually use this as my example video, so I'm going to actually go to the video that I made this morning. So let me see what else we've got. Now, I'm going to pick something simple for you guys here. We'll use this. So we put in, what you're going to see is every clip. I didn't make this all at once. I put in about 5 different clips. And because I had kind of a consistent message, I was able to leave the audio in. But if I wanted to add music, or if I wanted to actually talk over this and see if I could get a better message, which is possible, I would literally take the audio out. Let's see here. I take the audio out of these. It's very important. Take the audio out. And then I would be able to, in this case now, actually talk over it. Let's see how that would work. Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox, and we're here in Daytona Beach and at a friend's house. And I wanted to share this with you. What we're going to take a look at today is how to make great videos. What are those primary shots and actions you need? As you can see, we're panning here and we're getting ready to walk up to the house and make the shots that we need. So I've now changed it from me talking to
Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox, and we're here in Daytona Beach and at a friend's house.
So in this particular case, we have probably not done ourselves a favor because we already had the good audio. So we're going to restart that. Okay. I'm going to see if we can't find a property video in here that we can show you guys how to piece it together. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. So this is an example of how we have used iMovie to put together these clips. So I think you'll agree the audio is a very dynamic part of that. The other part, and I'm going to actually play another video that is probably going to be a little bit easier for you to digest. And we're going to take a look at putting together a video from scratch, but we're also going to take a look at how to add color. Honestly, I feel bad doing this class with such a short amount of time, but we're covering a lot of different stuff. The color is very important. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to take a look at how to do the mobile color correction here. Okay, here we go.
So today we're going to take a look at 2 very important features of the iPhone. If you're going to be editing, you definitely need to know how to use the albums to collect like video and photos. So today we're going to actually go into one of my groups here, one of my albums, and we're going to take a look at all of the little clips that I put in there. But now, pre-editing, let's just select a random slide here, a random clip. We're going to hit edit. We want to start it over, and we click on this little button at the bottom. We do not want auto. We want to add a touch of light, But watch what happens in the blue sky here as we do the highlights. As we slide that back, it turns a much more beautiful color. We add a little bit of contrast. We go into what's called black point that gives a beautiful hue. We don't want to put too much green in the grass. We go to color saturation. So we've taken a very boring clip that doesn't have a whole lot of color in it, and look at the difference. We've been able to make it beautiful. So if you want to make those great videos, you do have the ability to edit on the fly. So today we're going to do it from the start to finish. We're going to create a video in Imovie. From my iPhone 11, I click on Imovie,
It's been a while.
click on the plus, and I click to select the images. Now, one of the things you want to notice, you click on the media button to actually select albums. We talked about that in a previous video. In this case, I'm going to go and grab the clips from Malibu Racket Club. This was some shots that I did recently, and I thought would be a good example. So in here, I'm going to select some basic images to bring me into telling a story. I always like to tell a little bit of a story. And so as I select these images, I'm paying attention to have some kind of a story. Now, I have already gone in here in many cases and put a little bit of color and edit on the videos, but we're going to create the movie. Now, one of the key elements that you learn right off the bat is you want to remove the background noise so that you can put the proper music. So when you select it with the orange yellow button there, click and delete. So I go through and I click delete, and I'm basically just prepping this so I can put some nice music in the background. Cool surfboard there. So I always like to get little cut shots. It's kind of my style, and I love this one of the iced tea. So I've gone through here and done a pretty good job of taking out the sound. Don't want to spend too much time on this, but we've also captured, I think, a good essence. Now watch this. To add music, we simply click into audio, go into your music library. We can certainly talk more about that. And in this case, we're going to go to import it. We're going to select a song that we like. Let's pick something that we like. Okay. Hit select. I've now dropped music onto the images. It's time to do a little basic editing. I like to keep the clips as short as possible. When you have it highlighted by the yellow, you can see the time, and this one's 3.2 seconds. So I want to cut that back a little bit. Some of them I may even want to take out as I build my video story, and I've literally put that all together. We've only been on this for a couple of minutes, and we've told a cool little story. So now we're able to click done, and we can watch this video. It tells a story with some good videography. You can use this for any type of video. Certainly, as a real estate broker, you can use this for property videos. It is a fabulous way to represent your clients, tell their stories, any other thing that is
So sorry about that. We're just having a little technical difficulty there. I know that there is a lot of content in that clip that we just played, but what we are primarily talking about is a place in iMovie or whatever you're using. If you're on Android, you're maybe on Rush, putting together clips and having the ability to remove the background, to be able to put your own music in there, and to be able to shorten the clips and make them more interesting. The reason that we've had such success with the boot camp one-on-one hands-on is that it's the entire boot camp we're working, right? Nobody's getting out of there without making a video. And so to be able to just be thrust into all of this in this short period of time, my hope is that as a result of being exposed to the broad picture here, that you'll do the most important part, which is start to play with iMovie and play with your phone and start to make clips. You know, nothing is more important than, you know, just jumping in and starting the process. And so that is, you know, hopefully that's where we will get you today. I wanted to do two other things right now. I want to talk a little bit about color, because that is absolutely critical, and about music. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen again. Let me find a little video clip that I think will be a good one to edit. Now, what's very important is that editing color in your on your iPhone is something you do pre-edit. You cannot edit the color once you've dropped it into iMovie. So we're going to actually, this is very simple. We're just going to go to the photos, and we're going to go down and we're going to find a clip that we think would be a good one to add color. So I went and shot the other day here. Okay, so here's a little something that I shot on Sunday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, now you can see the, when you have that video clip on your phone, you're going to hit in the top right button, edit. Let me add Kim in there. You're going to, can you, hopefully you can see this. Once you hit the edit button, go to the bottom, just right to the little image of the camera to the right, and you click on that. Now we have the ability to go and choose the tools. I'm going to show you which ones I like to really change the color. The first one is exposure. So when you add, now watch what happens when you start to play with that, right? You could get into trouble, and if you do, just go back to 0, right? So exposure here, I always add just a little touch of exposure, a little bit more light. And then as we go down across, I start to look at what can I do with highlights, right? I like it when I make it a little darker. And then as I go over, I can work on shadows, right? I'm just going to play with this. And then I go to contrast, right? I want to play a little bit with that. Don't need brightness. I'm going to go to black point. Now watch what happens when you go to black point. Black point is kind of where the magic and saturation. Watch that water. See that blue right now? I mean, that is way too much. But the point is that you can take a shot that you might not have loved, and if you add the right color, you can, here's the vibrance, and look at that. You can see that it's really made a much more beautiful image than when it was raw. So if you're going to be editing a video, start off in your camera roll, which is right here on your iPhone, and select the images that you're gonna use in the video and in iMovie. And in the process of doing that, you just literally pick them one at a time, right? You hit edit, and then you go through the process that we just went through. So editing color before you bring it into iMovie. Again, not always something that you have to do, but if you are making something and you're really enjoying it and you're making it and you've got an image that could be made better with adding a little bit of light or a little bit of color, this is the way to go. The second piece, and this is really where a lot of my clients or a lot of people that we train get confused. And this is the no-go zone. If you don't have good music, you're almost wasting your time on the video. And so from my screen here, when I go to iMovie, I have a lot of options. I'm not going to mess with that one. I'll take this video here. Okay. And so I've already got, let's play this. So I've already got music on there that I like. It works with this. But if I were to touch the button at the bottom and delete that music, right? Now we're going to look at some of the options that come with iMovie, and it's called soundtracks. Okay, now, in my opinion, they should be ashamed of themselves because there is very little good music in this part of the system. But if you go and you can actually play the different video, the different audio clips, you just walk through there. And I highly recommend, again, I'll go there so you can see it. I highly recommend that you take the time. Don't make a quick decision to pick music for your video because it's going to set the tone. One of the things that really has set our video, Kerbox Media videos, in the forefront, in my opinion, is the beat matching. So what we do is we have it set up so that song, how many beats per minute, fits the flow of the video. So you get a pop here and it goes to that clip and it moves here and it moves and works with the audio. But for free, this is where you're going to probably initially get your audio. Once you get to the next level, what you're going to be able to do is you can go to, this is called Audio Jungle, right? Audio Jungle. This is my little secret. So when I'm shopping for music, I will go here. I love hip hop. So I'll type in hip hop. And literally, when I had maybe a cup of coffee, I've got a few hours or an hour or half hour, whatever, I'll go in and I'll start to shop for music. And for some reason, we can't hear this on here. That's probably better. But in the process of doing this, you're going to be able to buy a much, much better song. And so, as I said, a lot of our style works with the hip hop beat. What you're going to see is, the word cinematic. Let's do cinematic. Cinematic, right? Cinematic is more of a flowing one, but it seems every day I see videos that are really, I won't even watch them because they start off with the wrong music and they just are very, very boring. So and this leads me to my next piece of this is how long should the video be, right? And, if it's over a minute, you're pushing it, right? Sometimes you can get a little bit more, but unfortunately, so many people choose to ignore the length. Set a goal for yourself. Janet, who's on this call with us, the Vineyard Life, we've done quite a few videos with her, and we have beautiful footage from Martha's Vineyard, and it just wouldn't do it right if we were not able to, make that work with the video. We really feel that the audio is good. So we've taken a look at some basic color. We've taken a look at the video that comes with, the music that comes with your iPhone and your iMovie. And we've taken a look now at going and buying it at Audio Jungle. That is probably a very good start. Again, probably someone just messaged me that thanking me for yesterday. They said they went out and did an R&D, that's rip off and duplicate. Love that. And they said they made a just sold video and that it turned out really great. Go in your area, you know, and take a look at what other agents are doing and try to not do just what they're doing. And I'm kind of covering a little bit of advanced ground here because I think it's important to have the big picture in mind. We talked about it at day one, like, why in God's name is anyone going to watch your video? You've really got to be honest. The value has to be there to the viewer. And so you want to be able to provide value. So what you're going to see is a lot of agents, and frankly, I see a few EXP agents doing this. You're talking about an area, right? And what does not work, and do not do this one, do not sit in front of a camera and talk about how great the neighborhood is, because that's just not going to happen. I think if you're going to do an area video, it's very important to go out and pick 4, 5, 6 things that are great. Go by the school, right? So if you've got 10 seconds of video of the school, then you go to a couple of different neighborhoods. You go to the farmer's market. You go to and by the way, what I'm saying right now, really, I think is really going to be the crux for many of you. You go to some of the stores, walk down the street, and you get 10 clips and literally take those clips and just remove all the audio and talk over them. Certainly it is very important to be able to put yourself in that video if you can, but maybe to start, it's safer to get 10 clips of the neighborhood and make a good video and bring value to the consumer. And then, by the way, when you put that on YouTube, you're going to put a link to KV Core or whatever, whatever search tool you're using. And that will take them right in. So in YouTube, they can click and start searching. They're not going to call you, they're not going to go to your website, and they may check it out, but they really want to search. That's why Zillow and Redfin and all of those have done so well, because the people are scared of us, they don't trust realtors. So make a nice video and be real, and you talk it over. So when you've got these 10 clips, you're actually able to give a really nice story about the neighborhood. Now I'm going to show you another piece. I'm going to do this in real time. I'm going to go to my iMovie. I'm going to get rid of that audio, not audio. And I'm going to actually, I'm actually going to put by the way, when you make a mistake, God love it. You just hit that little button at the right. It's got that looks like the half a track, and it put my music back in there. So I'm going to save that. But I'm going to show you how to do the fun part of putting yourself in the video at the same time. I'm literally going to get rid of all these other clips. I'm going to use one clip because I want them to see my face in this video. So here's 50 seconds, right? Let's see, we got 50 seconds. So I hope I don't lose you guys on this one, but here's what I want to do. So while I'm here, let's say right here, I want to add a clip in there. I want to add a recently added video, and I'm going to put something of, let's say, this was actually my sunrise out of my window this morning. And when I click on that, to add it on the video, I'm going to use that as a cutaway. So watch what's happened. So now I'm doing this. It's blah, 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 whatever it is. Hold on, it's not showing on my screen. it's frozen. As I'm talking now, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on a second here. It's frozen. Let me try that. Let me stop share. Let me do that again real quick. I think this is definitely a very important piece. So what we're talking about right now is adding different clips to you talking. If you want to be in it, and you know, people want to be able to know who they're going to be doing business with. So if you're doing a neighborhood report and you don't want to be in it, just put the clips together and go and talk about it, or you can do it this way. So as I'm talking, right, I just put this video here and I'm actually just kind of showing a little bit of a sunset. I can go through here a little bit later down in the, I can put a picture in here too, but I can pick the next image that I want. And so in this one, I will add one of the, it happens to be from the area, a barbecue. And I'm going to actually put it in as a picture in picture, right? And so I'm going to take that, I'm going to actually work with that, right? I'm going to edit that. You have to understand how to do it. I'm going to put that over in the window. So now I've not only added a video clip, I'm sorry to say it's frozen again. I've added an image into the window as a, there we go. Let me post that again. So I've added a video clip. In this case, I've added a piece that just came in. So if you really, this is a little bit more advanced, but if you want to go and shoot those same 10 shots of the area and you want to be in it, make your shot list of the main areas and talk about it. And then as you're talking about it, go and pull that image into the clip. Am I losing you guys? What, any feedback in the chat? Where to watch that video? I have this. Okay, that was different here. Do we have any comments on this? Where are we at? What should we have a few minutes left. What should we be looking at to help you guys be on track? I'm going to look at, I'm going to look in the chat. So I'm not seeing anybody here so far. Give me some direction. Were you able to understand the process of adding audio, coloring the clips? Where are we at? Diane?
Oh, I just saw that there were some questions regarding that video again, the cutaway. Maybe reviewing that a little bit. And I think there was another question there regarding highlighting. Okay.
So this is the is this the one that you're talking about of adding the clips in here?
So the video is already produced and you're like, I want to add an image in, I want to insert an image into that video. Exactly. That's the cutaway.
Yeah. So the cutaway, okay, I'll take that one out. I put in the other one. So I have a choice. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to click on the little white bar and I'm going to hit the plus. And it gives me the ability to add. Now I could add a photo, but I'm going to look for a piece of video to add. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to click in here and I'm going to say a cutaway. Okay. All right. Now, if the video is too long, then you have to make it short. Then you can go and you can add it as a cutaway. Okay. It's still giving me a hard time. And again, this is all, it's not letting me do that because potentially I have selected too short of a place. So I'll go here. I'll choose to add this video. I'll add it as a cutaway. And now I have added this other dynamic clip as it's playing. It cuts to a second one, a different clip.
Hey, also, I have a thought or a question, Bill,
Yeah.
regarding the length of these videos. I mean, I know that again, it's about engagement, it's about capturing the viewer.
Right.
Is there any data or any kind of information regarding the lengths that most capture people, how long people stay engaged, and when you've gone too much, too
That's a fabulous question. So here are the numbers. First of all, it does tie in with why should anybody watch it? That opening 8 seconds has got to be good. It cannot be, it really should be on point. But the short answer is under a minute, and that first 8 seconds is critical. You really want to have a music that starts out and grabs them. You want to have the beginning of the message, obviously the old adage, tell them what you're going to tell them and then tell them what you told them, works. But that first part, when I am one of my clients in La Jolla, when he goes up against on a big listing, 8, 10, 20 million, he will call me up and I will go and find one of the competition's videos, and then I'll find one of his. And invariably, the video of the competition is so much less dynamic that we know we have them. Let me see if I can, hold on here. Let me see if I can show this here. Stop share. I'm going to go up here. Okay, let's find this. So this is an example of listen, it's a cutthroat business. I'm not suggesting that everybody, has to operate at that level, but it is important to understand that when these people are interviewing you, you definitely want to be able to compete on a fair ground. You've got Sotheby's and Coldwell Banker, and you've got all of these different companies, right, that are basically, telling the clients virtually anything that they want to hear. And so as an agent, it's all fair in love and war. And so as a social media marketer, you have to understand that agent in many cases is not necessarily telling them the truth. And let me see if I can find this one. It doesn't look like I can. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me show you this. This is kind of a fun page to show. Okay, so this is an example, just to stay clear on what we're talking about. We're talking about what the average agent. Okay, so this is a local agent, and this is, well, I'm not going to show that. That was her online analysis. Let's see here. Where is it? Should be here. No, sorry about that. Okay, area agent. Okay, so this was the video. This was a video of this agent's competition. I'm just going to play this for a second.
Pacific Gate Fibosa, San Diego's finest.
No microphone, bad lighting, right? Okay, so we will go in and we will show that video, and then we will show the other agents.
Welcome to Pacific
Okay,
Gate
you can see
Fibosa.
that again. You didn't probably want to see that again. Let's see here. Compared to this, and this is exactly how we show it. And this is the 8 steps. So, in answer to Diane's question about length, 1 minute, the first 8 seconds is important. And if you are going for luxury properties, you need a very good video story. You can't go in there with, with a video that's like you just saw, right? That was what his competition was doing in that building where that person was trying to get the listing. Let me see if there's any more chat comments here.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
my question is, where did you find the competitive? I mean, how did you know that was what they were pitching, the competition? I'm curious.
Well, because when you're a big boy, you know these things. You go, you want to know you want to talk to the seller and you want to find out, hey, listen, I know you're talking to 10 people or 5 people. Who is my competition?
Oh, I mean, I understand that, but I mean, did you actually see that video? Was that the video she had pitched, or you just went in and?
Oh no, that I just went and found her. That
got
was
it.
Typical for her. That
Got
was
it,
her
got it.
For that area.
Perfect.
And somebody's asking Janet is how do you get rid of the background noise? When you're in iMovie, you touch the video and you basically are able to delete the audio. So for example, when you have the clip in iMovie, you touch it and you hit the word detach. And then once it shows up below that as a colored line, then you hit delete. And somebody else, Kimberly Mitchell, was saying, how do we complete the step you did with the cutaways? It's as simple as touching the, on iMovie, touching where you want to add it, and it will give you the ability to bring it in as a second clip or as an image that show to take the whole screen, or even just like a little TV channel on the thing, on the video. How do you add your name, website, phone number? Well, I believe that people are not going to write down all that stuff from a, that's where you put in the copy, right? I've had people do $5,000 videos. They go, oh, I want to put my phone number, my email, that. You know what? You can put it in there, and if you're going to add it, you can add it in as text. And so that text, I am gonna show you that in real time. Don't want to leave any questions unanswered here. Hold on a second here. We're going to show you that in real time. So how do you add text? Text is really a very important piece. So we're going to go right in. We're going to go right into this video, right? This is this little big boy's day off. And by the way, I'm going to shorten it a little bit here. And then I'm going to touch the video and I'm going to go down and I'm going to hit the T. And I can go and I can select this. And when I go up to touch it, I can hit edit and I can say, Bill Kerbox. And I can make it big if I want. And then I just basically leave it in there. And now.
Hey, good morning. It's Bill Kerbox, and we're here at Bass Pro Shop in Daytona.
When you spend a little bit of time doing this, it will get better and better and easier and easier. There is always plan B. And plan B is when you do not have as dynamic of shots and you basically are recording yourself standing in front of a house or in a house. You would literally hold your phone sideways, not vertical. Make sure that there's not music. By the way, the bots will pick it up. If you have, Mick Jagger in the background, they'll pull it right off Instagram. They've got bots watching for that. And you basically could leave a message. Hey, it's Bill Kerbox. We're here on 411 South Street. I want to let you know this property just came back on the market. It's going to be a great property. I think it's well priced. And you could just make a short video and text it to your client. One of the other pieces, and I just want to touch on it a little bit because we got to cut it, is about distribution and use. What's Vimeo? YouTube, is it any good? Well, YouTube's putting ads on top of your videos. I could put your worst competitor and he puts a couple bucks on it and your seller could be playing their video, and his video will show up first. So tomorrow we're going to take a look at Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google My Business, how to use these tools with video. I'm sorry, we've covered so much content, and I know if I were looking at this and I was in your shoes, I'd be a little overwhelmed. But if you play with it and you take it one step at a time, I believe that you will be able to, master it. And believe me, if you don't, you will regret it, because at the end of the day, video is the game, and it's the only game. And one of the things it's best for is being able to articulate your unique value proposition. Let people see you for the real you. And we'll talk about horizontal, we'll talk about TikTok, we'll talk about all that stuff. But we're going to jump. Make sure you sign up for tomorrow. It's in the original invite. We had a good turnout today. I appreciate you all being here. If you have any questions, you can always call me, 310-600-4484. I'm getting ready to get in the car and drive down to another city here and shoot more video in Florida. So I'll be in the car. Let me know. And hopefully we will see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Bill. Great job.
Thank you, hon. Appreciate it.